Our children are our future, and protecting them should be our #1 priority. This week we'll be discussing how to do just that. We'll also be observing International Day of Women and Girls in Science and highlighting some of our very own. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay tuned.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya and dengue viruses. Protect yourself from the bite of this mosquito. A message from the Ministry of Health.
It is often said the future of our country lies with the youth. This week we highlight one of those young persons whose contribution to agriculture has been successful.
Seeking a career in agriculture? Well, there are several options. Truth is, there are so many areas that one can be involved in than just farming the soil and rearing animals. And as the government continues to establish and maintain initiatives to ensure a steady inflow of young talent in the sector, we highlight Mahalia Gordon, whose passion is linked to the soil.
This is my product. This is a natural seasoning and it is called Everybody's Natural Blend. It has a blend of ingredients such as escallion, garlic, thyme, ginger, pimento, pepper, garlic, and it is preserved with natural ingredients such as vinegar and salt, and it has a shelf life of a year.
In supporting our farmers, Mahalia uses locally grown produce to make this authentic Jamaican product.
I will show you how I prepare Everybody's Natural Blend. First, I would get the produce. Secondly, I would prepare them by washing, cleaning them up, and then chopping them up. So now we're adding the onions to everything, but this is not everything in the bowl, but because of time today I won't do all of that. So I would show you now the pureed form, which is this, after which I would butter. Then we seal the bottle and then add our label, and then the product Everybody's Natural Blend is ready for the market.
Mahalia chose to tap into the agro-processing market because of her love for food preparation. Already, her condiments and sauces have been tested and approved by the Scientific Research Council, SRC.
I found myself loving to cook and basically trying out new stuff, experimenting on foods and different things. So the conceptions all started when I was home and I had meat to prepare. So I wasn't really in the mood to cut up and dice the scallion, the garlic and all of those. So I just decided to do a blend, just blend everything together and just do one blend. And this is a very convenient way for householders, housewives and others to, you know, get one blend in a bottle and just use it to season your meat, your fish or your poultry, just like that.
Although she's very business-minded and eager to put Everybody's Natural Blend on the local and international markets, Mahalia finds time to be a normal teenager.
Judy, forward now. And stop going like you're cute. Don't sit down right there, so I'm going to give some joy. Mahalia, she's a crazy person. When I say crazy, I mean like, she always giving me jokes. Really and truly, I tend to be in my book at times, but then again, I have to enjoy myself. Well, I'm a fun-loving person, down to earth, like to listen to music, reading, like to socialize with my peers.
Also a foodie, Mahalia is thinking of furthering her education at the University of Technology Jamaica UTech or at the College of Agriculture, Science and Education CASE. Her interest is to explore her creativity in the food industry by creating new products and services. Either of the two institutions will certainly provide the guidance necessary for her to exploit her budding business.
A few years from now, I see myself as a big entrepreneur. I'm planning to branch off into hot and spicy. Some persons don't like pepper, so I am thinking of doing non-peppery, peppery, and also trying to include other ingredients that are unique. For example, basil and those kind of herbs.
Big dreams being facilitated through agriculture. This expansion means Jamaican farmers will have to grow more so that more local produce will be used in authentic sauces like Mahalia's and others, and in doing so, we buy Jamaican and build Jamaica. Young people continuing the growth of the agriculture sector into the future.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
What is small and annoying and can lead to diseases such as chickpea and malaria? If you guessed mosquitoes, you're indeed correct. Let's join Operation Mosquito Search and Destroy as we help to eliminate our common enemy.
We're looking for any container or anything which can hold water. It doesn't need a lot of water for that mosquito to deposit its eggs. Very shallow quantity of water they can deposit in it.
The rain has fallen and this has collected water. And if it is allowed to sit in the environment for a couple of days, the Aedes aegypti will breed on it. This is a plastic over a pail and the water is on the plastic. This is a beautiful breeding site for the Aedes aegypti mosquito. We have a similar one right here. There's water on the top of this container and the Aedes aegypti mosquito will breed in it. Once the water begins to evaporate and she has a space to lay her eggs, she will lay her eggs and this will then become a breeding site. Turn it over. We do appreciate that roof gutters are very necessary in some areas that do not have pipe water, so it helps to collect the rainwater when it comes. However, if these roof drains become blocked by trash or other things, then it makes the water stagnant and it becomes a major breeding site for the Aedes aegypti mosquito. So it's important if you have these roof gutters that you keep them clear, that the water is able to run. Even among your plants, we have plants that are, because of how the leaves overlap each other, they are able to collect water. And Aedes aegypti loves to breed in those environments. We suggest that persons do. If you think you love these plants and you want them, put them in pots. So when they do collect water, you're able to pick up the pots, drain them out and put them down. Because as it is right now, it's very difficult for us to get rid of the water and they will just continue to be in the environment as breeding sites.
This is a tire which has been discarded, but it's just in the backyard. And what we have now is apparently rainwater has now settled inside there, and we have it breeding. The Aedes are back to the breeding inside here. It can be used as an enclosure for your plants, like a potted plant situation. So what we'll show you now is how we can have it filled with dirt that will ensure that when rain does fall, mosquito will not breed in it.
There's also a method of stacking the tires so that they will not collect water. We advise the tire shop owners to, for each tire that they get, to punch a hole in each of the tires. Once that is done, they can stock them in this plaiting form. So they have one row going in a particular direction and then another set going in the opposite direction, and they will continue with this. What this does, it allows the water to be directed towards where the hole is bored. So even if the rain comes and water goes in, the water will not settle but go out. We know that most churches have what is called a baptismal pool. And we have found baptismal pools to be a major breeding site for the Aedes aegypti mosquito. So what is it that churches should do? We recommend that all baptismal pools be covered properly so that the mosquito will not have access to it for breeding. Sometimes the pools are shaped very funny, and so it's very difficult to cover. In those instances, we ask persons to empty the pool at least once per week. And after emptying the pool, we ask that you scrub the sides to ensure that you have dislodged all the eggs. So we saw many sites that were breeding the Aedes aegypti mosquito today. And we saw that these sites were found in and around our homes, business places. And if we do not deal with these breeding sites, they are going to continue to be there, posing a risk for the transmission of diseases because they are breeding the Aedes aegypti mosquito. So you must take action to rid your environment of those sites. So what is it that we're asking you to do? We want you to make this a habit. Once a week, search for and destroy the breeding sites of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
I'm wasted again. Passed out, don't know who I am. It was the liquor talking, not me.
Underage drinking is a serious matter. Risks include death, serious injuries, impaired judgment, brain development problems, and more. Let's all play our part and ensure that no child under the age of 18 is consuming alcohol. Let's put a stop to underage drinking.
We are in the business of prevention. Let us all ensure that we're partnering to stop our children from consuming alcohol.
I thought I was indestructible.
Your cell phone is a very useful device. How you use it makes a whole lot of difference. Not really sure what I'm getting at? Watch this next feature.
Every week, sometime twice for the week, we get a new video. We get a new video, it is sent. Could you just look on that video and see if you can identify that student from that school and take action, please? Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, we'll do that. And we find that when we find these students, because like 99% of them, we do find them, and when we ask, when I personally ask the female, were you aware that you were being taped? No, miss. How come? Because I think he was just texting. If it is that two people are having sex, right? It's supposed to be a pleasurable thing. How in God's name the man would be texting during the act? Does that make sense? So what is he doing? He's what? He is actually videoing the act, and I can tell you 99.9% of those videos, we don't see the man's face. So he's up there and he's videoing the young miss down there in all details. And then it is sent through Facebook, and once WhatsApp, yes, but by extension, they want everybody to see. So they send it on Facebook because everybody is going to see. So we cannot kill you, you're our kids, but we're saying to you, you need to be smart. The man is not texting nothing on nobody. He is videoing, and let me tell you something. If it's somebody who you love or you think you love that person, it's not a good person who will take the details of the private moment, if you are 16 that is, so don't get me wrong. It's not a good person who is going to put it on Facebook and tell the world. So you need to look into that. All right? So that's the Facebook part. And for the people who, when they get it on WhatsApp, they send it all over the place. Be careful. You will be charged if you are caught. For every it, and for the people who do IT, you know what I'm talking about, the its. For every person that you send it to, and that person receive it and send it on, if we had the resources, we could have traced everybody. We can do it. We now have the technology to trace every phone, every smartphone, and to lock up everybody under the Child Pornography Act. So stop it.
So here are the facts.
7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active.
Eat healthy.
And start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day,
along with proper nutrition, can go a long way.
To prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
I said be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister. She could be the next Prime Minister.
Children in Jamaica constitute anyone who is under the age of 18 years. And so once you have a child who is under your care and supervision, we encourage you at the Office of the Children's Advocate to always know where your children are. It doesn't mean that you have to be there with them, but you certainly know who they're with, where they're going, and the purpose for being there. This is a key component in helping to establish some rules in terms of some ground rules and helping to guide your children towards responsible and sensible choices, and also assisting you if something were to go wrong to know what is the first point of contact to assist your child. While you're not to look at everybody as a potential suspect, that you need to be very wary of adults, whether they're in positions of authority or not, that seek to want to have a very close relationship with your child. Somebody who wants to invite your child on an outing and it's just that adult and your child alone. Somebody who wants to take your child to a very special event to reward the child, perhaps for some performance that the child would have done in an extracurricular activity or for academic excellence. We encourage you to look at these situations very carefully and to determine whether or not it's an appropriate meeting or outing that this person is propositioning for your child. If you're enrolling your child in a daycare, ensure that you know something about the track record of that daycare. Ensure that the daycare has what we call an open door policy, which allows you to go in, see what's happening, observe how the workers there interact with the children, and know some of the ground rules that guide these interactions. If they're going on outings, whether it be school trips or otherwise, ensure that at some point, even if you can't go to all, you do attend some of them, so you get yourself integrated into the system and the culture of the school. For these tips, and of course any other information that deals with children, that is anyone under 18 years, please feel free to contact the Office of the Children's Advocate. We're at 72 Harbour Street, downtown Kingston, and our numbers are 948-1134 or website www.oca.gov.jm.
Watch what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to me sister, cause she could be the next prime minister.
Gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls will make a crucial contribution to progress and all goals and targets of the Vision 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Today, as the world observes International Day of Women and Girls in Science, we highlight some of our own. Dr. the Honorable Cicely Williams, OM, a former Jamaican physician and pioneer in maternal and child health. Her work in Ghana with children affected by kwashiorkor led to significant developments in child care worldwide. Dr. Marcia Roy, the first Jamaican to receive the L'Oreal UNESCO Fellowship Women in Science Prize in 2011. Camila Taylor, a senior software engineer at LinkedIn, ranked number 42 on Business Insider's list of the 43 most powerful female engineers for 2017. The Jamaican government is committed to the achievement of gender equality as it continues to develop and implement a gender-sensitive national framework, giving hope to Jamaica's youth. This week, we leave you with the words of Martin Luther King Jr. We are not makers of history. We're made by our history. Remember, you are only bounded by the limitations of your mind. So let go and achieve that goal. I hope you found our program informative. Send your feedback to jamaicamagazine@gis.gov.jm. Stay informed on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Or download our app on your Apple and Android devices to catch up on the go. You can also visit our website, gis.gov.jm, for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.